G'day mates, Home Slice here, and welcome back to the council. Up to part 16 or 17 now. I've just picked up the Lance of Longinus, or Longinus, or however you pronounce it, and I'm really hoping that I picked the right one, because we need it to protect ourselves or something. But yeah, while we were doing that, Mother was like setting up some sort of escape at the wharf, so it must be with a boat, or maybe they had an airplane, a super secret airplane or something back then. But yeah, we've got to head back there right now. I'm not gonna bother looking through the rooms or anything. We're just gonna run straight back, but I assume we might run into at least a few people on the way back. That's why I wanted to include the full run back there. Oh, no. I thought there was another gate in here, but I think that was in Mortimer's study where that was actually. Oh, whoops. Ah, this is the end of the quest. I've not found all... Oh, shit. I did not find all the copies. Shit, what is it? I looked over every one of them, and there was only one that matched the description. I didn't find all the clues. Well, I thought I got them all. It seemed pretty straight. There was the three ways to identify it. The shape, the material, and the icon on it. And I knew all those. Well... Ah, damn, I didn't level up. Cutscene too.
I'm already pressed for time as it is. Mother's waiting for me on the wharf.
Yeah, we know. Okay. Well, that's the only one we can put on, so let's continue. Join Mother at the wharf. I thought we was going to have like a choice with doing something. Okay. Oh, bloody oath, I went the wrong way. And then again.
De Richet, sticking your nose everywhere again.
Wow, what's the matter with him? Excuse me, monsieur. I don't follow you.
I haven't come all this way just to fail so close to the goal.
Why? What are you talking about?
I am talking about what you are doing. This conference is going to boost my career. There is no question of me letting you ruin everything. I just surprised Piaget and Volner talking. You are about to rob Mortimer. Give me what you took from him immediately.
Let's keep calm, please. I don't know what you're talking about. I'll have to cut this short, quick.
Make him see sense. I'm just gonna hit him, fuck it. Crap. This one. Shit. Not good. Oh no. It really just dropped out of our... Are you serious? That could be such a fucking big...
Damn it. Mother's going to be livid.
Yeah, and I, like, can't reload or anything. Wow, that was shit. What a fucking cop-out of a scene. But yeah, I've got to go this way to get to the big main door. So let's bloody start heading back there. Wow, I can't believe that actually just happened. Like, we needed that thing. Oh, well, yeah, now through this room. I've probably taken the long way around, but... Oh, well. Yep, no one's around by the look of it, so... No one to talk to, but damn, Napoleon seems like a fucking wanker, so screw that guy. Ah, here we go. The exit door. And we're blocked because... Yeah, wow, what a surprise. Because Mortimer's got his servants onto it.
Ah, Louis. Perfect timing.
As luck would have it.
Come, my boy. I would like to have a word with you.
I needed that fucking lance. Wow. And what are his...
Come closer, please. It's time we had a little chat.
What's wrong, my lord? Tell me, what's with all the bodyguards?
Louis, it's time you found out the truth. I've been observing you since you arrived. I see you running all over the grounds in search of Sarah. I would like to prevent her from leading you even further down the wrong road.
That is?
The wrong road?
Louis, Sarah has made her own choices of her own free will, and I would like for you to have the same chance. You see, Sarah and I have known each other for a very long time, Louis. I am aware of her theory. About me, about Gregory, about the demons.
And she says the truth. Pretty sure I believe it.
And it's true.
She's right. Look at me. I have inhabited this body since 1191. For the last 602 years, I have been this dear William Mortimer.
How many of you are there? Do they manipulate others? Since when have the demons been among us? Shit, I don't know. Other questions? How can I believe him? What exactly is one? What's happening with Mother? Why tell me all this? Why tell me all this?
But why me?
Why do I tell you about the greatest secret ever revealed to man?
That's right.
I'm coming to that, don't worry.
Okay, then.
What are the demons' projects for humanity?
Our aim has long since been to protect humanity from itself. On the other hand, although we give them the impulse to succeed, we don't all agree as to the path they take to achieve it.
Okay, I'm just gonna go through all the questions.
How would you qualify your species, scientifically?
Good question. What is your area of expertise?
Philosophy, physics, biology. I'm not a scientist. I'm just gonna go for philosophy. I don't know which. Maybe. Assume they'll all, like, give the same answer.
Given the choice, I'd choose philosophy.
So, consider us as an idea, Louis. We are but a word in the minds of men. But this word is capable of anything. Empires have been built on words.
I want to ask again, but he'll go through all the dialogue options again.
What has my mother got to do with all this?
She embarked on a crusade many years ago to kill all the demons.
Why? And how did he react to it?
That must have upset you. I imagine you retaliated.
No, I'm afraid she never forgave me.
Forgave what?
We met when she was still just a young woman. I appeared to her in a different form because I didn't want to reveal the identity of Lord Mortimer at that time. She was looking for someone interested in the occult to decipher an ancient book. We spent many years together, until I revealed my true nature to her.
Was it the Alazif? I'm pretty sure she's told us, but I've forgotten.
The old book was Alazif, wasn't it?
Did she speak about it?
Not so long ago, yes.
Indeed, it was already Al-Azif. She wanted to unlock the secrets.
How can I believe him?
Why should I trust you?
I'm not asking you to, Louis. If you are still in doubt about the demons, I can assure you that won't last long.
Previous questions. Do they manipulate thoughts?
And you truly have the power to manipulate the thoughts of men.
That's right. Every demon has the capacity to infiltrate the minds of men and to read and steer their thoughts.
To what end? Yeah, to what end?
And what do you do with this power?
We help them, of course.
What do you mean, rubbish? Crap, is that one of his immunities? Want to check real quick. Journal Mortimer. Only science.
Of course you do. And you expect me to believe that, I suppose.
Louis, demon is just a word. It all depends on what exists beneath the surface. I understand that this isn't easy. The culture of men is centered on the fact that demons are responsible for all the evils on Earth.
But if it's the same in every single culture, then maybe there might be something to it. don't you think?
Certainly there is something to it. Control. Man has spent his existence wishing to believe in the supernatural and imposing his belief on others. What could be more convenient for manipulating the masses? A perfect, inaccessible being and a plethora of demons in every one. The perfect idea to relieve men of all responsibility while still finding them guilty.
Okay then, what are these powers?
Can you tell me more about your capacities, your supernatural powers?
Supernatural? From my point of view, they are perfectly natural. Well, Louis, just because the monkey does not fly doesn't mean that we should consider the bird a supernatural creature.
That's a
We are all
shit
part of a
analogy.
grand design. We are simply made like this. By developing our art, we are able to read thoughts as well as write in the minds of men. It is possible for us to make them bow to our desire, but it doesn't work without leaving some scars.
Okay, what scars are they?
Lucifer, the fallen archangel, left heaven accompanied by 133,306,668 angels. Is it true that there are that many of you?
No, I assure you, Louis. Forget your Bible class. It's ridiculous. We are not angels. We don't have wings. There is certainly nowhere near 1,000,000 of us. And for that matter, no sacred human text represents us correctly. There are several families, and the family to which I belong has 8 siblings, including Gregory and myself.
Sir Gregory is your brother?
Yes, what can I say? You can't choose your family. But it is very difficult to know exactly how many of us there are because a large number of our kind remain hidden or never reveal themselves even to us.
Alright, since when have the demons been among us? God, probably a long time, right?
You've been Mortimer for 600 years? How long have the demons been among mankind?
Oh, I don't think I'd be lying if I said that we have always been here.
Speak about certain historical events, sure. Might say if this is another immunity as well.
If I follow you, you must have witnessed some of the greatest moments in history.
You could certainly say that, yes.
The Great Crusades.
I've noticed that you have a passion for the Crusades.
Among other things, yes. Mainly the third. It was during the siege of St. Joan of Arc that I took possession of Lord Mortimer.
And you've never changed skins or bodies since?
I have used other envelopes, but only to carry out very short tasks. Apart from that, indeed, I have been able to retain the identity of William Alexander Mortimer throughout the centuries.
Cool, what about ancient Rome then?
Did you experience ancient Rome?
Oh, yes. Luxury and decadence, Louis. My family did indeed reign supreme, but from this period I retain only the works of my friend, Marcus Vitruvius Pollio.
What about Egypt then?
Did you know ancient Egypt?
Oh, yes, yes. We were gods on earth in those days.
What did men call you then?
Amenhotep IV.
The 10th pharaoh of the 18th dynasty?
Ooh, I see you're a connoisseur, Louis. Impressive.
Did you know ancient Greece?
In many ways, yes. One day Pericles, the next Parmenides. Just the memory of the time I spent working on acoustics with Pythagoras, well, it moves me quite deeply, to tell the truth.
Pericles. He's the one who brought Athens to its golden age, isn't he?
In a way, yes.
He established democracy and then died during an epidemic. It wasn't so long after his 2 sons passed away. Isn't that right?
Excuse me, Louis. I would rather not relive any more of that, if you don't mind.
Fair enough, but I'm pretty sure I talked about that in one of the fairly early episodes about how he established democracy or had a big hand in it, and it's sort of cool just hearing Mortimer talk about it.
You seem to be fascinated by Christ. You aren't him, are you?
Oh, no, not at all. He was my father, though, strange as it seems.
I beg your pardon? Am I dreaming? Ugh, please tell me I'm dreaming.
We should have the chance to talk about all that again later, but yes, he was my father. All the mythology surrounding Jesus of Nazareth really stems from my father's prideful need to show himself among men.
Okay then. Is he the devil?
You're the devil incarnate.
The devil? I'm not saying that all Judeo-Christian folklore hasn't served us, but the truth is, of course, something quite different. Please, don't look at us through the primitive prism of religions. I am not hiding any horns or goat's feet, Louis. I have no tail.
What folklore?
Why do you bring up folklore? You mean that you've taken advantage of people's beliefs?
No, not exactly. I mean that we in fact created them from scratch. It is amazing to see how mankind has such a strong need to believe in something superior to itself. It was very instructive for what was to come.
Okay then, well that's all the questions.
Continue.
Louis, it's time you opened your eyes. Come, you'll soon see.
After you.
Is there a connection with Elizabeth?
Did what happened to Elizabeth Adams have anything to do with you?
Unfortunately, the poor girl became an issue between us, in spite of herself. A family of demons is still a family, and as in all families, there are disputes. Elizabeth's family, the Adams, has always been under the patriarchal control of my father. As he and myself are not really on very good terms, sending poor Elizabeth here was terribly rude of him, really.
You did accept, though.
No, I would say rather I was presented with a fait accompli by Gregory and went along with the intention of helping her. But this is my castle, and everyone is the master of their own home.
And so?
It was you who killed her.
The child was already condemned, Louis. My father would never have let her be. I had to pass inside her mind and, yes, make her take her own life. Trapped between the unyielding control of my father and your mother's terrible treatments, I wouldn't wish a life like that on anyone. Would you?
So neither my mother nor Peru were ever guilty. You just gave me the runaround with that whole investigation.
Now don't take it the wrong way. I was obliged to keep up appearances so that Gregory wouldn't suspect me. And it enabled me to size you up, Louis.
If you could manipulate us mentally, what's the point of all the theatrics of the conference?
You must suspect that we asked ourselves that very same question. For many centuries, we didn't organize any conferences, and most of the time, it ended in civil war between demons. Many of us were killed during this period. The idea of organizing conferences was the answer to everything. The interest being to erect some rules among ourselves. Our family first divided up all the principal countries of the world. Now, whenever one of us wanted to propose a major change between these countries, they summon the demon in question and initiate a conference. The demon that initiates the proposition doesn't have to give notification of the subject of the conference beforehand. Consequently, we participate along with our best assets. Once the humans are brought together, the conference begins, but we are forbidden to use our talents to influence the participants. The first meeting is held in order to expose the subject to all the participants, followed by several days of reflection, during which we are allowed to be persuasive but not to impose our will. A second meeting closes the conference with a final vote.
So, for you it's a game, isn't it?
I understand your remark, but after living several centuries, you stand back and enjoy what reflection and pleasure you can.
But how do you agree on global policy?
Locally, we often have competing interests, and sometimes we start wars between men which are linked to our disagreements. Most of the time, our father steps in and gives directives, which my family follow to the letter. Indeed, in my opinion, it is high time we moved on.
What do you mean?
I mean that a new era must begin. The old monarchic regimes are outdated, and it's time to evolve.
Alright then, well god, all of this has been a lot to take in. I still stand by, I said Elizabeth wouldn't kill herself, but seems Mortimer did it while controlling her, and like all this stuff, it all sounds like logical and it makes sense and it's reasonable or whatever, like what he's been talking about, but it could just all be bullshit, like demon shit to manipulate me. So I'm not just going to take it all as truth. Like, I don't really know what to do right now.
So, von Borchert, he was looking for the Al-Azif for you.
Exactly. Al-Azif has always belonged to my family, Louis. And with good reason. My father wrote much of it. Can you tell me what you've done with...
What, you mean the Al-Azif?
No, I already know that. Sarah came here with it and got rid of it. I was thinking of von Borchert. He isn't essential, but he is a trusted person.
He's a prisoner at our headquarters in Paris.
All right. I hope I've answered all your questions, Louis. Come, I've something to show you.
There is one question that remains to be answered.
Still don't trust him.
Why me? Why tell me all of this?
Oh, haven't you guessed yet?
Shit. I'm going to go... I can see where he's going with this. He wants to... It must be something to do with the spear, right? Because I assume it can kill him and or Holm. And that's why it's really shit that fucking Napoleon took it from us in that shitty way. But he didn't even punch us hard. He just, like, slapped us a little, and that was enough to push us over and for the lance to fall out of our pocket. God, that was shit, but yeah, I'm going to go for this.
My lord, I don't know if I can answer in all honesty.
Please do, Louis. You can say anything to me, believe me.
You must admit, being surrounded by all these servants isn't doing much to relax me.
Oh, forget the servants. They're only here to ensure my safety.
Why? What are you afraid of?
Well, I wouldn't want you to get the wrong idea, Louis. But you have spent your entire life fighting the occult. You have just stolen the Holy Lance from me, and I do happen to be a demon. Do you not realize the power that relic has on a demon?
No, I know I assume it can just kill him, right? So I'm gonna go for this.
You mean to tell me the lance can kill a demon?
The lance is marked with my father's blood. It has acquired the capacity to block us inside our host. If a demon got injured by the Holy Lance, they wouldn't be able to change bodies. If the wound were mortal, the demon would surely die. It corresponds to one of the periods when my father had a dire need to show himself to men. You see what that led to.
So, you're telling me that all of Christendom has been built on the myth of a demon?
Ironic, don't you think? But it is essential that men remain oblivious to that fact, Louis. I'll let you imagine the cataclysm that would erupt and tear through all of the religions if ever they found out the truth. Look, we are of the gods, Louis. Always have been. You, as much as me. You are one of us, Louis. You too are a demon.
Are you serious?
You know it. Deep down inside,
What?
you know I am telling you the truth. Where do you think that natural, charismatic presence comes from? Your talent must already have manifested itself somehow. Have you ever had any visions?
No. Stop it. It's absurd.
Have you never found yourself suddenly inside someone else's body?
It's
without knowing
bullshit.
Why?
No.
It's
Whilst
bullshit.
asleep, maybe? That's how it often happens the first time. Your spirit wanders unconsciously.
My mother can't have lied to me about that.
It's true. Your real mother would never have lied to you.
What do you mean?
Louis, I would rather you found this out from her own lips, but it's important that you know. Sarah is not your mother.
What?
I'm sorry you had to find out this way, Louis. But you must know the truth before you commit an irreparable act.
No, no, it's not possible.
You are my son.
What the fuck? I knew it. I was gonna mention Jack Peru. He's just bullshitting, Mortimer. He's just fucking bullshitting.
So now you're his bastard. You really took me for a fool.
No.
Don't make a move, you clowns.
Everybody keep calm.
Don't say a word or I'll shoot your kid. Not so clever now, are we? At last I found a way to put the pressure on you, Mortimer.
Look, just calm down.
It
Monsieur.
won't kill him. He's a
You
demon.
stopped me from ending it all. Because of you, I've had to pay for it. You don't know what it's like. He's in your head. He's in your soul. I never want to feel that again.
Jacques, I did not betray you.
You're just like him.
Oh shit. Use that one. Oh, that's an immunity. How can that human dare to threaten me? I'd also like to know what's happening. Mortimer's lying. I'm not like Mortimer. I feel like Mortimer's lying, but that... No, he will like that if I say that, so I'm gonna go for that.
Come on. Don't tell me you believe all that crap, do you? Pull yourself together, man. There's nothing to prove that anything he told us is true.
Oh,
Don't
no.
know him, Louis. That's how he operates. When you start to understand the situation, it'll be too late. You'll already be in up to your neck. So, what are you gonna do now? You've just found out your true nature. What difference does it make?
Make him believe what you already knew that. Well, this will get me through, so I've got to go for this. I am not going for either of those up the top.
Jacques, I can assure you that what Lord Mortimer just told me makes no difference.
That's what you think. But you're already in his hands. And you don't even know it, Louis.
No, Jacques, it's the contrary. Everything that's been happening here has been carefully planned by the Golden Order for months, and everything is going exactly as planned. Lower your weapon. It's all right. It's over. You'll make it through, and you're going to get your life back.
You're just like him. You are already. You can't see it, or you don't want to see it, but it's already too late. In fact, I haven't got any choice.
You always have a choice. You know very well what will happen to you if you shoot me.
Oh no, this is my last chance. Demons will always exist. I would be a good demon. He doesn't know Mortimer very well. In fact, if he shoots me, there'll be no one to stop Mortimer. I'm just gonna go for that. God, why couldn't I have an easy option here? Fuck! What if he really shoots me?
Jacques, I'm the
Oh,
only one
yes.
who can help you resolve the situation.
Oh.
I'm just asking you to trust me. I'm not against you.
Oh.
It's over. Come now, monsieur.
You know what I told you.
Does that
Evil
mean...
and good depend on you, and not on your nature.
Yes, it's true, and the same holds true for all of us.
Monsieur Peru, I am willing to overlook this latest scene. You can thank my son for that. I think, however, that you ought to take your leave for your good and ours, as well as that of your daughter.
Does that mean we're really a demon? Like, all those dialogue options just... it sort of confirms it for me. That we really are a demon then. Wonder what the hell's going to happen now. Far out.
Not too shaken up. You've experienced many significant events since your arrival.
No, not really.
I'm impressed by your ability to remain composed, not to let yourself become overwhelmed by your emotions. For now, I think you ought to find Sarah, my son. You ought to talk things over with her.
So she's been lying to me all along?
Let her justify herself. What's done is done. Sarah must explain herself. You must clear the air. We'll have all the time we need to talk afterwards. But all in good time. Before you join her, I'd like to give you something. As a demon, I would like to introduce you to your first talent.
What do you mean?
What?
Open your mind, my son. Relax. You hold immense power. It's already there, inside you. Empty your mind of all thoughts. Just let me show you the way.
I should relax.
Open your mind.
Oh,
Hear
shit.
my voice. Feel the vibrations and listen to what has been happening to you deep inside, but which you have been concealing. Trust yourself. It's all already in there.
I can hear something.
Now breathe.
It's
A sound, very faint.
That's right. Concentrate on it. My voice is growing fainter, but I am here.
Whispers, words, mixed voices.
Focus on one of them. Don't be afraid.
I sense a stream. Some words are clear, but not all of them.
Let them enter into your mind.
I hear them. Now I can hear a clear voice.
Well done, Louis. Congratulations.
What was it?
You are now able to read people's minds.
What?
Serious?
From now on, whenever a human speaks to you, you will be able to read their current thoughts. So, if you need to know something in particular from someone, all you have to do is make them think about it.
But I would break their spirit, wouldn't I? But it would be a violation of their privacy or great. Could it break their spirit?
But I'd be violating their minds, wouldn't I?
No, nothing of the sort. You won't really be penetrating their psyches. Let's just say you'll be picking up residual signals emitted by their thoughts. It isn't intrusive at all, rest assured. There are also a few rules you need to know that
What's this one? Oh, wow, we can actually, like, read people's minds now in conversations. Oh, God, this whole demon thing has just sort of come out of nowhere. It does make sense, though. There's been, like, a lot of things earlier in the game that could indicate that we're a demon, I suppose. I think the transition could have been done a bit better, but, oh, and here we go with demon skills down here. Well, yep, we're really a demon then.
this talent, when used between ourselves, you can read the thoughts of demons as well as of humans. But be careful. A demon more experienced than yourself will know that you are spying, and will often react quite violently. It's considered bad form to play around the psyche of another demon. It's a question of courtesy. But let's be clear.
Okay.
What is most considered bad form is getting caught. So I would advise against trying to read the thoughts of Gregory, for example.
Yeah, I was going to say
Yes, the old grump is touchy, and rather a stickler about the conventions. On that note, go and see Sarah, Louis. Otherwise, she might leave without you. We'll continue this discussion later if you want. Just join me in my study when you've finished.
Thought reading. You're now able to hear the superficial thoughts of your interlocutors. Each use of mind reading costs 1 essence point. You can earn 1 back when confronted by an immunity, 2 by exploiting a vulnerability, and 3 by consuming a devil's thorn. Alright, so devil's thorn is like golden jelly now, and I have none left. God damn it.
Let's see what Mortimer's thinking about.
He is thinking he might not have been clear enough with you. When I tell you not to try to read into Gregory or our experienced demons, it also applied to me, of course.
You can hear me think?
Of course I can. I can sense you. For the moment, your mind shines like 1,000 lights because you haven't yet mastered the art of concealment from the psyches of others. So, I give you a weapon, and the first thing you do is try to shoot me with it? If my intentions were evil, you would already be at my mercy. So be very careful on whom you use the talent.
I just wanted to test it. I wasn't actually trying to, like, see, like, what he was up to or anything. It was just a test to see how it went, but I can see why he'd be mad about that. I will apologize for that one.
All right. Please excuse me.
And don't ever apologize, my son. You are far above that from now on. Now
Okay.
go. One more thing. If you want to know the truth about your birth, ask her about Paris, 1763, at 12 Rue des Martyrs. That's where she disemboweled your mother to steal you from me.
Holy shit, really? Oh, God.
It's not that I regret all these discussions, but I must hurry to the wharf.
Yeah, God, I just don't know what to think now. Everything's just like completely flipped on its head after that, but that was really cool and really interesting. I guess we need to somehow get through this door, but feel like that's going to be have a lot to. We've got a lot of stuff to do after this one, so I'll end this one here, and we'll go confront Mother in the next one and see how that goes down. Peace in the Middle East, and may all your games be good ones.